Hi everybody, this is my response video to Janie's kitchen table. It moved me and touched me so much that it needed a response video. She did a video for Greenlight the Day on her kitchen table, both the literal that she's looking to get and the symbolic kitchen table. And I just needed to share with everyone, and Janie, although I have a million times. It was just so uplifting to watch this video. It felt like a virtual hug. It felt like she was reaching through the internet, speaking to me, as she has so many times, and just handled me with love and care. And I feel like our friendship is a kitchen table, our kitchen table. The holidays were extremely difficult for me. And through that crazy time, Janie was there to listen at my lowest and support. And I just know that I'm not alone having her in my life. That has helped me grow in other areas tremendously. I get this from many of my sisters of Greenlight the Day. And the love that they give me enables me to grow and learn and expand and be a better me. You know, Janie, you constantly challenge me to be a better me. You constantly challenge me to do the difficult things. And everything that you say, I know that it's true, that if I put the love and the positivity out there, it will come back to me. It may not come back to me in the form that I was looking for or wanted, but it will come back to me. And it may not be today. It may be 5 years from now. But when you put the positivity out there, I've seen it. It is a huge ripple effect. It does come back to you. And you remind me that hurt people hurt people. So my emotional instinct is to get defensive and angry, and my wrath, my wrath is harsh. But you have helped soften me in so many areas of my life. And our friendship, the kitchen table, it is so comforting. It's home. It's home. It's the only place that I know that I won't be judged and I feel safe. And I can say and do and make mistakes and fall and cry and scream and yell and sing with joy and dance, and I can go from 0 to 60 with 20 different ranges of emotions, and none of that matters because you're going to love me anyway. And I've never experienced that in my life until I had you and some of the other sisters that we share here. And you've known me long enough now that you've seen the change. You've seen the difference that it makes. And I am just so grateful. And I needed to do this response video because there has to be others out there that have felt like me, or maybe not experienced this unconditional love that you offer me. But that kitchen table just sounds so amazing. I want to fly across the country so I can sit at the kitchen table. You know, I want to live there. So I want to read the poem that you picked, and I have some different comments, but I also want to talk about how you spoke about living intentionally. And you have taught me this. It's so important for me. It has become so important for me because I still am learning about it and learning to try and live it. I get lost in my emotions, lost in my anger, lost in my rejection, lost in hurt and pain, and I forget about my intention. And that's why for 2016, it's been so important to me to focus on what my intention is. Where do I want to be? Who do I want to be? Without knowing those answers, how can I work on getting there? You have introduced me to so many positive things, and it's changed my life in such a positive way. And again, there's no words, but I just feel so lucky. I feel so lucky to have you in my front row. So I want to read the poem that you talked about with the kitchen table. We don't come to the table to fight or to defend. We don't come to prove or to conquer, to draw lines in the sand or to stir up trouble. We come to the table because our hunger brings us there. We come with a need, with fragility, with an admission of humanity. The table is the great equalizer, the level playing field many of us have been looking everywhere for. Which is exactly what I was just talking about. So many holes that I had that you have been able to fill. It's indescribable and hard to put into words, but the comfort and support, loyalty, trust, honesty, all of these things people say often, use these words often. So rarely do I find that it is backed up. And I can only speak for my relationship with you. It is that and tenfold. The table is a place where the doing stops, the trying stops, the masks are removed, and we allow ourselves to be nourished, like children. We allow someone else to meet our need. In a world that prides people on not having needs, our going longer and faster, on going without, on powering through, the table is a place of safety and rest and humanity, where we are allowed to be safe, to be as fragile as we feel. Funny how I actually added some words that weren't even there, because that's how you make me feel safe at your kitchen table. I can eat there, I can cry there, I can scream with joy, I can laugh. I just feel so drawn, so appreciative, so lucky, so grateful, and I grow so much at your kitchen table. So I know a lot of it was symbolically, and I know you also want to have this new kitchen table physically, but I know my schedule is crazy, but I will beg, borrow, and steal and save so that I can be at your kitchen table, because I cannot think of another place that I'd want to be. And the only regret that I would have is that I would come to the kitchen table alone with you, because of, you know, the situation, having to fly and stuff like that. But man, how I know that my children would benefit from eating at your kitchen table. And when I say eating, I mean being nourished in 1,000 different ways, like I talked about. But I do know that they are being nourished because you nourish me, which in turn helps them. So all I can do is close with saying thank you. Thank you just doesn't seem like enough, but I don't have to say it in words because I think you can feel and you know my heart. So, I love you. Thanks for watching, guys.